Well, once again, the funeral suit is on, and you know that it must be a grim occasion, and it is indeed. Today we are mourning the loss of a dear friend. That friend, TaB. Now, I wish that my camera didn't film in such a way that left and right are reversed, because TaB deserves a better send-off than this. But I will do the best I can with the resources I have. TaB was introduced by the Coca-Cola Corporation in 1963. It lived a life 57 years long. In those 57 years, it touched countless other lives, made many changes for the better, and just made the world a better place. We are richer for having known it. Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, any other diet drink you can name, they just don't have the same meaning. Nothing else in the world tastes quite like TaB. Nothing else has quite that same verve. Nothing else has just the entire sum total of the parts that make TaB what it is. Something I can't even put into words. And it greatly pains me to say that soon we will have to say made TaB what it was, as it is set to be fully discontinued by the end of 2020. Now, it can still be found online. There's some price gougers out there selling 12 packs and such for $90. I was fortunate enough to have somebody with some connections who was able to get me some cans of TaB. I have consumed most of them. I have 2 left. There's this one here, which incredibly satisfying. You just feel your entire being change with one swallow of TaB. You just feel the band of love and dreams and romance, and it's wrapping around you, and the sun rises again. That's what TaB does. There's some controversy with some TaB commercials over the years, notably talking about TaB being for beautiful people. I'm proof that you don't need to be beautiful to enjoy TaB. I am about as far from beautiful as it gets. This is beauty defined. Not myself, but the TaB. It's beautiful both inside and out. And the fact that now when I go through the grocery store, soda aisles, and I don't see TaB, I'm crushed. If the hole were bigger, maybe I'd just dive into that recycling, the can recycling machine, and become one with TaB. I don't care what they say. I won't live in a world without TaB. Well, I guess I will live in a world without TaB, but it will be a darker one, that is for certain. TaB actually came into being inspired by what's the diet, essentially the diet version of RC Cola, which is called Diet Right. You've probably seen it in stores before, but not giving it much notice. It's okay for what it is, but it is no TaB. I will be switching my loyalty to Diet Right, because at least it was a precursor to TaB, and not something that took away from its market share and brought about its ultimate death. One could argue that TaB has been victimized by this virus. It's a guess on my part that underperforming items, based on this news report I saw, are being slashed from the Coke product line. TaB isn't the only one. It's the only one that I happen to care about. But it is quite possibly a victim in and of itself of this whole situation, just because of the economic damage that's occurred. But TaB, you live to be 57 years old. You've had a longer lifespan than most sodas, and you have every reason to be proud of yourself. The other can of TaB that I referenced earlier is one that's in my refrigerator. I plan to hold on to that for the rest of my life. I won't have to face the world without TaB, because TaB, at least one can, will always be in existence. And if I need to cheer myself up at the end of a long day, when the slings and arrows of life have brought me to my knees, I can just open that refrigerator door, look at the TaB, pull myself up again, and stand tall. Thank you, TaB, for everything. Now, I would like to conclude with a poem that's called Afterglow. It's one that's often used on funeral cards and things of that nature. I'm not much of a poet myself. I didn't write this, but just after searching through many different options, this one seemed to be the best fit for TaB, and a send-off that I think TaB would have approved of. I'd like the memory of me to be a happy one. I'd like to leave an afterglow of smiles when life is done. I'd like to leave an echo whispering softly down the way of happy times and laughing times and bright and sunny days. I'd like the tears of those who grieve to dry before the sun, of happy memories that I leave when life is done. TaB, you have left many happy memories for myself and for countless others across the globe. If I am so lucky to be admitted to the pearly gates, you'll be there on tap, and we will be reunited in the next life as we stayed united in this life. Again, referencing my can over in the refrigerator. But I guess there's really not a whole lot else to say other than that. I know that many other people will see this and they will share my grief. Remember, you're not alone. Many of us will miss TaB and all of the wonderful things that it brought to our lives. But we have our memories, and do some searching online. There are lots of places where you can find TaB merchandise. It's not the same as drinking it, but it's better than having no TaB at all. And if you are a TaB price gouger, shame on you. I can't understand that behavior. I understand the why. I don't understand the how. You need to take a good look in the mirror and think about what you're doing. If TaB doesn't mean enough to you, that you want to keep it around for yourself, then make it affordable for those who do have a special place for it in their hearts. I plead with you to do that. So it is about time I wrap this up. Again, thank you, TaB, for everything. On behalf of myself and your legion of fans, we could not be more appreciative of what you are and what you do for us. Goodbye.